All right, so I'm going to share my screen. And here's this. It's just trying to pull it up right now. Okay, this was some of the things she talked about, and I know you all know how to read, but I'm going to read them to you. So these are some of the reasons why we need to stay compliant. It's to protect our relationship with our industry partners, kind of like I talked about. We don't want them, pulling their partnership with us because we're being ridiculous with our posting. We want to maintain the reputation that IntelliTravel has with their 27-year history. And you are a professional. We want to be perceived as professional and a business owner, and so it's important that we're compliant that way. As far as this social media, there is no bubble, so we can't say, oh, I did this post, but I just didn't know. I didn't know I wasn't supposed to do that. Because people are sharing these posts. If I post a post and somebody shares it and shares it and shares it, we don't know where it's ended up. So there's no way of pulling it back in and fixing that situation. So we need to be very careful with that. Again, if we're not careful, your business, and in fact, the whole company could be shut down if compliance really got out of control. I know there were some folks who got booted from IntelliTravel last week due to compliance, so we don't want anyone to have that happen. This is just kind of a recap of what we talked about, but separate your businesses. Planet Marketing and IntelliTravel are two separate businesses, and you do not advertise them together. And again, if you have other businesses like a healthcare, don't combine them in your ads on your website or on business cards. I think that we're kind of just recapping again. Don't alter logos. Okay, here's what I want to show you. If you want to create your own logo, business cards, etc., these are the websites that you can have them approved at. Okay, this is customer service at IntelliTravel.com or compliance at IntelliTravel.com. And then you do need to get written approval before printing or publishing those ads. Okay. Now, I had talked to people before about how I have never put on my business cards IntelliTravel's name, but now they're wanting that to be happening. So I've always been like, well, I'm not advertising IntelliTravel, I'm advertising myself. But now they want your business cards to identify you as an IntelliTravel independent agent. So there you go for that. Again, about Disney, that's talking about that there. And if you see anyone with IntelliTravel or within Planet Marketing with compliance issues, don't be afraid to tell them, hey, I think this might not be compliant. You may want to, pull up the ad and ask compliance people before, anything bad happens regarding that. So don't be afraid, because we all really are going to be just helping each other out on this, okay? This one, I know it's a little bit hard to see, but over here, this ad right here is talking about these, this one right here and this one right here are talking about how Planet Marketing is the best place on the planet. And then up here, it's talking about how Jessica is traveling the world and being this amazing travel agent. This ad is non-compliant because she's talking about Planet Marketing and IntelliTravel in the same ad. This, however, is compliant because right here is one ad talking about Planet Marketing being the best place on the planet, and IntelliTravel right here, this is IntelliTravel specific, how she's loving her travel agent life. So hopefully that makes it a little more clear where this one all combined, non-compliant, this one broke into two different posts, is compliant. Again, with Mickey Mouse, you can see she just went and snagged a mouse image talking about, work from home booking Disney. Don't do this. And this one right here is this fantasy is a logo direct from the vendor with this flyer, and that's why this ad is compliant where this one is not. Okay, so hopefully that makes a little bit more sense on that. I thought I had one more, but I guess that's it. Just 1 second. Move this. Okay, I'm going to stop my share. Okay, so does that seem clear to you guys? Marianne, what was that ad we had seen where it was combining the two, but it was really like almost okay, but it wasn't? Do you remember that one you mentioned?
I do. It was the one that said, I am a travel agent, get paid to travel, earn travel agent discounts, and earn a commission building a team, something like that. It was very similar to that, and that in itself, they were non-compliant by saying I get paid to travel, which we don't get paid to travel itself. We get paid for booking travel as one business, and we get paid as another business to build a team and earn residual.
Perfect. That's great. Yeah. So you can see that that ad was non-compliant in a few different ways. And it's just so important now that, I mean, they're really cracking down on it. So what was the other one? So we had learned a few different ways to reword it. And one of it was, I earn an income working from home, booking travel. Instead of saying, I get paid to travel, you can kind of switch the words up a little bit like that. And then you could say, I earn an income by helping other people start their own travel businesses from home. Okay. So hopefully, hopefully that is helpful. I'm just looking at what Terry said here. We need to help each other. Yes, definitely. Shelly was kind enough to call my attention to an ad I posted that was misleading. I really appreciate her for that. Yeah. And no one's going to be mad if you tell them it's non-compliant, if you're, nice about it. We've got to help each other. We really do.
We're saving each other from losing our business, and that in itself is really important.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
Be something, say something.
Yes. Thank you. Okay, and I'll keep my eye on your guys' ads, because sometimes it may just seem innocent and you think you're doing exactly what you need to do, but there's just like a little tweak you need to make. So we'll keep our eye out for that, okay? So other than that, if you guys don't have any more questions or concerns, we'll call it good on this training. I don't want it to go too terribly long. Marianne, do you have any other input?
No, that was awesome. I think you covered it pretty well.
Okay. Yeah, so don't lead with the benefits of being a travel agent. Lead with the benefit of being a travel business owner. Okay, and then just keep the two separate. That will be just something you'll want to think of whenever you're creating a new ad. And if you're concerned about if your ad is going to be misleading or non-compliant, send it over to myself or Marianne, and we'll check it over first to make sure that you're all good to go. Okay. So if that's it, I'm going to go ahead and end this. And if you guys have any people coming on, if you need to